But let me just get your take on what are we doing right now as a country? I mean, we have people being told that they can't go into a playground with their wife and kid with no one else around. We're being told that you can't go to a drive-in church. You can't go to beaches, although they're starting to change that now. What happened? I thought we were the give me liberty or give me death people, or at least don't tread on me. Doesn't feel like that's the way a lot of the government's treating us these days.
Boy, you smell like truth, logic, and common sense, just like me, Buck. But let me tell you, yeah, these are uncharted territories we're plunging into right now. But there's always going to be good, bad, and ugly. And I like to focus on the good, and there's unlimited good to be focused on. Sure, there's a bunch of freaks out there that are violating their oath to the Constitution, forbidding people to go fishing, forbidding people to plant gardens. I mean, it really is like Planet of the Apes, cuckoo's nest time. So those guilty parties know who they are. But the good is that I have a whole bunch of hunting buddies, a bunch of ranchers and farmers. I got military buddies, law enforcement, first responders, teachers, the doctors and the nurses. And those of us that learn to be prepared and live the Boy Scout mantra of being prepared, we have always been cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Glock, Doc. And we're helping those people who were dumbed down. And the new national anthem for a segment of society is and it breaks my heart. But again, that's the bad and the ugly. And the good, I believe, is now manifesting itself in these protests where we, the people, are experimenting in self-individual government. And we're raising hell with elected employees who have tread on us. So I don't just see a light at the end of the tunnel. I see a glaring, eye singer every day of my life because I'm surrounded, my band, my crew, my wife, my kids, my grandkids, my management, everybody in my life is so in the asset column that we will help those who have decided to be in the liability column. But I really believe there's a bunch of positive that we can cling to, primarily that divine intervention brought this great non-presidential, non-politician to the commander-in-chief helm. So I'm feeling, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm feeling pretty good about the whole thing in spite of the oath violations, the abuse of power, and the runaway corruption that is so glaringly identifiable now. So I think even the fence sitters are waking up that you're not allowed to sit on the fence. You have to defend the fence.
Do you think that there's not only a change in the perception about one's individual preparation that's now necessary, but also are we going to see a whole lot more people really appreciate, there's a lot of, the America bumper sticker stuff you see out there, right? Freedom isn't free. And people who serve in the military, for example, they know what that means at a very deep and important level. But, a lot of us come, don't tread on me, the Gadsden flags and all this. Is there going to be a renewal of that emotional, spiritual bond between millions of Americans and what individual rights and freedom means as a result of some of the craziness that we were just talking about before?
I'm the eternal optimist, and I hope and pray that prognosis is accurate and it comes to fruition. That being said, again, everybody I know is in the asset column. Everybody I know works their ass off to be productive and to be a benefit to their family and neighborhood and country. God, family, country. Boy, that's radical. So I'm not so sure that the dumbing down of America, how do you not have enough toilet paper for a hurricane or a snowstorm or a ice? How do people get that so irresponsible? And again, that sheep battle cry that I just, painfully shared with you a moment ago. Yes, they're going to wake up. I'm not sure how quick, but more importantly than that, Buck, is I'm going to really scold my fellow patriots. Those that believe in God, family, and country didn't vote in Michigan, and they allowed Hillary Clinton to become governor. That's for those that are unsure of themselves, that would be Gretchen Whitmer, who is Hillary Clinton. So I would like to think that we should just focus on the constitutionalists amongst us. And here's the battle cry: vote, damn it. Don't let the liberals win by, organizing their voting blocks better than we do. Buck, we have a huntthevote.org. Huntthevote.org. What we did in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, we finally galvanized what I think is the ultimate conservative voting bloc in America. And those are licensed hunters and fishermen and trappers and outdoorsmen, conservationists that traditionally do not vote. I don't know if it's because it's the rut during November and they're in their tree stand, but embarrassingly and unforgivably, that huge army of conservative voters don't show up at the polls. So at huntthevote.org, we are galvanizing those people like we did in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania in 2016, the top hunting states in the nation. And that may sound confusing to some people out there, but mark my words. There are tens of millions of hunting families in this country that don't vote. And then they show up in protest because the enemy got into the office of governor in Michigan, and that's damage control instead of just voting God, family, and country as quality control. So I'm hopeful that untapped army that already agrees with the truth, logic, and common sense that you live by, that I live by, that they'll finally wield the ultimate weapon in the history of freedom, and that's the vote in America.
Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.